Hello, Tech Talk Worldwide. We have Tracey Boyle again with us. As you well know, she was my guest just a couple weeks ago, and she said she had some like breaking nail news coming up, and she called me, and she does, and she's sharing it with us first, and I'm so excited. So welcome, Tracey, back to Tech Talk World Live.
Hi, Amy. Thank you so much for having me back again. I had so much fun
Yeah.
the last time I was here. And yeah, can't wait to share all the exciting news with you guys first so that you get an exclusive like I promised.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And I know last time when we talked on Tech Talk Live, you are definitely somebody that, I talked with behind the scenes. We talked on Tech Talk Live. And then again, like you're somebody that I could just talk to all day about because you have all this valuable, great knowledge that I call my nerdy nail knowledge because I don't know who else would want all this in their head, but you have it as well. And we're both passionate about what we do and we get to share that. And so once again, this is just a continuation of who we are and where our heart and our passion is. So thank you again for choosing to come on exclusive on Breaking Nail News with us.
Yeah, I haven't broken any, but I have naked nails, which is not good. I need to do something about that. Oh, hi, whoever it is that's joined us. There's a few people there now.
Just to kind of give you a heads up. So Facebook has had some things with Congress, as you well know, if you've been all over the internet, there's always something about, the safeguards and stuff like that. And Be Live is this program that Facebook actually created so people can go live in their group. But part of the, they call it the API of that, so the Privacy Act, is that on the Be Live, we can't show their names. So it just shows it as a message from somebody in our group. So we can't see the names, so we forgive that, but I will show the messages and any questions that come up. We just don't know who you are. It's a surprise.
I'm sure we'll work it
out. And so anyways, Tracey, a lot of people are saying hi and hello. Hello from Pennsylvania. Hi. Yes, wonderful. So Tracey, when we talked on Tech Live about a couple weeks ago, you were kind of holding yourself back a little bit. There was something that you wanted to share, but the timing wasn't right. And so here we get to do this exclusive. And so once again, I want to give a little bit of a background about you, how you got into the nail industry, really quick, so people know where you're coming from and your experience with what you're getting to share with us.
Sure. So, yeah, I have been a dinosaur. That's my pet name for a long time in the nail industry. Been around a lot of the exhibitions. Yeah, started off as a nail tech like everybody else at my desk, plucked from obscurity by Young Nails and the boys Greg and Babe. Became their educator for 10 years in Scotland, as well as their distributor there. Denise Wright, again, lovely lady, plucked me from obscurity and got me into the judging side of the nail industry. Love it. Absolutely love it. This industry is ever changing and ever evolving. When I came here to Australia 8 years ago, I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would still be doing a lot of things in the forefront of the industry. And yeah, I worked for Young Nails for a year here and then went on to running nail competitions here in Australia, stepping from my sort of judgy head to organiser head. So I've been doing that for the last sort of 7 years. Yeah. And in the last year, I have taken a step back a little bit to take stock and reevaluate things. You know, that one door closes and another one opens type of thing. Evolution, let's call it. Evolution. So that's where I've sort of come from. And yeah, on to new things.
Oh, I absolutely love it. When you talk about the one door closes and one door opens, it was interesting. I didn't realize that I needed to grow or that I had room to grow because I've always worked in my salon. I had the same girls with me for many years, the same clients for many years. Well, I had to make a big move in life. And when you make a big move, you have to reinvent yourself. You have to re-advertise yourself to a whole world, a new market of people that don't know you. And there's something great about that that you don't even know that you're missing out on at the time. At the time, I was successful. I had my business. I had everything going. I was president of the Chamber of Commerce. I, had all these roles. When I moved, nobody knew me. And I was like,
Yeah.
how do I let people know who I am? I'm a dinosaur, but I'm new here. And so getting to reinvent yourself and come up with something new and have that door closed. And then the one that opens, you get to start new all over again. And so it kind of ties into what you're introducing today. And I love that theory because sometimes we don't know the growth that comes with that. And I'm just excited.
I know, I think because our industry is always changing all the time and it's always evolving and things are moving on and people are moving on, it's sometimes it's really like hard to keep up with everything. It's just like you just get one piece of news and then the next piece of news is on its way, and it's like, yeah, it's always something exciting for everybody. There's never a dull moment, is the quote. I think everything's always shiny and new coming along there. I've just actually had somebody message me there saying that they can't see us, that they've joined, but they can't see anything. Jodie, I don't know if Jodie's there.
So I'll look over onto our group. So continue on. So just excuse that I'll be looking over here.
Yeah, no, not at all. So yeah, it's a bit like Madonna. I'm going to give her as an example, or Kylie Minogue. They've been in the music industry a very long time.
Yeah.
But these ladies keep reinventing themselves and moving on to something new and something exciting to keep us, interested in what they're doing and what's going on. So yeah, I'd like to think that our industry is exactly the same, where we like to keep reinventing it and moving it on to different paths. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. And you know what? I don't know, there's something exciting in anything new that we do. We don't know if it's right. We don't know all the details of what might go wrong. But you know what? When you're following your passion, how can you not, learn from that and continue to make something better? And I believe in mistakes because mistakes is exactly what helps us grow even better. If we went, I think we talked about this in our live, if we went to a competition and right from the get-go we won, we're going to always be fighting to win. But when you go to a competition and you maybe got like honorable mention, you got a certificate of participation. Next time you go, you grow a little bit. Next time you go a little bit, and then you get finally up there to the higher spots, the top 5 or whatnot. You were able to grow to get there, and it's a lot more long-lasting, rewarding thing. And thank goodness our career is ever changing. Because could you imagine if we were using the same colors or the same technique for all these years? Like, thank goodness things change.
Yeah. Do you know, our industry, I think, Amy, is one of the most exciting industries to be in. Definitely. We get to make people happy every day of the week because we're changing all the time. Even with clients, they don't get the same old every time they come in. We're keen to try something new. We're keen to try something that we've just purchased, or keen to try a new technique that we've seen by somebody else. So yeah, it's just an amazing industry to be in.
Absolutely. So I just double checked. We are live. People are making comments, and there's no friend request to get into our group. So I apologize if they're not able to kind of find and watch you.
It's not so much about watching me. It's about watching you and watching everybody else and getting, all the exciting things that's happening in the news. And I love the name of this, breaking nail news. I think it's really, feel like I should have some papers and I should be like a reporter or something.
Well, we all know that Tech Talk Live is very laid back. We encourage you to have your wine, your coffee, whatever it is that you're indulged in. And so therefore, I did. I kind of wanted to do the same thing and like be like a news reporter, but it's not me. And so I just came in to be all giggly. But we do have some breaking news. And I can tell you last night when we were talking, when my husband heard breaking nail news, he's like, oh my God, like somebody broke their nail really bad and it made news. Like, I laughed so hard. I was like, no, this is like serious, like nail news. So funny.
Oh,
Anyway.
men just don't get it. They really don't, unless they're in the industry or they've lived and breathed the industry for the last however many years, and then they get it, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have lots of people on, Deb and Jody and Gail and Kim and our other Kim admin and all of that. And so I think, Tracey, I think it's time for you to kind of tell us what our breaking nail news is.
Okay, so where will I start, Amy? A lovely gentleman, Gary Fitzroy, who is the managing director of a company called Expertise Events Australia. Mm-hmm. That's Australia's largest independent exhibition organiser. And he is pleased to announce the launch of the Australasian Nail and Salon Expo. Now, this expo has been established to deliver a high quality competition, international guest tutors and speakers, and also space for leading brands in the industry to showcase their products.
Oh, beautiful.
So it's something really different. We've not seen anything like it before. The event itself is going to be held to coincide with the opening of a brand new state-of-the-art multi-million-dollar convention centre expansion in Melbourne, as well as as anybody here in Australia will know, the Melbourne Spring Race Carnival, and also the festive season, because we have Christmas and everything coming up. The month later, thank you. Somebody's like, wow, that's amazing. I'm looking at the comments and I'm trying to concentrate at the same time. So, and the Melbourne Convention Centre is going through a multi-million-dollar revamp at the moment, and it will be ready just in time for that. We will be the first people to be in there.
What an honor. Yes.
It's super exciting. 3rd to 4th of November this year.
Okay.
So lots and lots of different things going on here. Really exciting to share all this news. We can give our listeners and viewers some websites and Facebook pages to have a look at later. Mm-hmm. Not all the content's there just yet, because we're still working on that. But just be a bit patient with us, and all the information will be up there. What we're aiming to do is bring as much of the arts and techniques and sessions by the tutors that I'll have back-to-back classes, seminars, and it should be an unmissable event for all salon owners and nail artists alike. The competition, there'll be a competition there as well, Amy. Now, this is where I'm getting a little bit excited.
And this is your forte. You've done this for years, so I know that you get that chance to like reinvent the competition side even.
To an extent, yeah. Mm-hmm. The exhibition side of it and the teaching side of it is going to be something like we've never ever seen before. So it's going to be very different. But we'll have more details about that as well. So the competition side will deliver some of, if not the highest value and most prestigious prizes and the history of the Australasian nail industry.
Oh my gosh.
So the direction of the competition arena and potentially future competitions could change just on the back of this. So we looked at the exceptional talent there is around the world, not just here in Australia. There is exceptional talent around the world, let's face it. We wanted to give them a chance to show off their skills and compete for a share in a prize pool. And we're hoping that this is going to draw some incredible entries to the competition.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll have all the normal type competition there, but the big draw card is definitely going to be the prize pool, I think. So I'm a bit excited, and I'm trying not to choke on my words here, because the major prize for our champion person, lady, gentleman, whoever that's going to be, as a major prize, and that will be a trip to Ibis, Las Vegas, Nevada, to compete in nail pro competition.
Oh my goodness. That is awesome. Once again, it's definitely making it an international, ring for that. Oh my gosh.
I know, I'm so excited. It's absolutely awesome news, Amy. And it's given a lot of people opportunity that wouldn't normally be able to travel to an event like this. And if they, when they win that prize, that's a huge big thing, because a lot of people just don't have the opportunity to travel. And if they're getting given that as a prize to travel to another country and compete, then holy crackerjacks, I've just seen that come up. Oh my stars, that's just too funny. I'm glad everybody's excited about it the same as me. It's been so hard, Amy, to hold my water for I don't know how many months. You have no idea. It's been just so hard. So the prizes in total over the competition arena, different divisions, etc. The total prize pool, including the trip to Las Vegas, is probably worth in excess of 10,000 US dollars. Sorry, Aussie dollars. I'm talking to you, US, Aussie dollars.
Wow.
So
that's a huge, huge incentive to go and compete and to win and, do all that. And then be able to travel like that internationally. Wow.
Well, absolutely none of this would have been possible without Guy Fitzroy and his amazing team that he has there at Expertise Events. These ladies and gentlemen have been working so hard over the last few months on this. The little comments that are coming up. So it's been so hard, and they've pulled it together, and I'm just so excited to share all the news for them. Yeah, so the actual whole event as well, there's a lot of different things happening. I don't want to spoil too much for everybody, because I'm just trying to keep myself together here with the excitement. On the Saturday night, there will be a chance to network, celebrate, and maybe a little bit of partying. And there will be something a little bit special on the night as well, which still to be announced. I don't want to let all my secrets out in one go. It might be too much. So yeah, there'll be more details available on the conferences, the competitions, the sessions, the exhibitions, and that should all be available very soon on the website and the Facebook page.
Okay, so you've sent me the website, and you said that we get to allow, even though it's still under construction, we get to allow a sneak peek. to
Yeah.
everybody so they can see what's going on. So I just want to make sure that's okay if I share this, right?
Yes, we can share it now. It's still under construction. There is quite a bit of content there at the moment. So yeah, it's happy to share now. I'm just glad it's out now. It's been really hard to keep things to myself and a bit quiet, because as most people know, I like to chat. So
And so when you're something so excited, you're right. It's so hard not to just shout it out, but you need the right timing to come and all of that. And I'm excited for you, Tracey. You can tell that you're passionate about everything that you do in the industry, from organizing the shows to organizing competitions. And as that comment said, we well know that behind the scenes, it is unreal what you guys have to go through. And so once again, you're starting something very new and you're going to go for it. And so the work that it's going to take, I commend you, because from here, now that it's verbal on out and all the advertising and getting all the setup of everybody to come in, your work begins.
yeah, there's been months of hard work behind the scenes to get it all organised, Amy. It really has. Like everything, it's had its bumps, but we've managed to go over the bumps. But it's just now putting it in the hands of the techs and saying to them, we've created this opportunity. We've turned it up on its head a little bit for you. We've listened to what you want. Yeah, you want the recognition. Yeah, you want to have the trophy. You want to have the medal.
Yeah.
But we just want to give you something a wee bit extra to say, there you go.
Wonderful.
So, yeah.
And so with this being a brand new convention center as well, there's a lot to play in there. You guys are going to be the first event in this convention center. Jeez. I should have more coffee. Anyways, that's just really exciting, because anything that's new, it always has an extra sparkle to it, and the lights are, always extra fresh. And so this first show, I can only see where it's going to just be phenomenal of everything that's there. And of course, there's always little quirks to work out here and there, but you just always ride that roller coaster, and it always comes down to the end, and everybody's happy. So yeah. Oh, it's so exciting.
The one thing I'm quite excited about as well is the party on the Saturday night, Amy, because I don't know about you, but having my own salon and working quite a lot of times on my own, we don't get a chance to party like that. I don't get a chance to, especially just before like Christmas. So it's November time. So before Christmas, we don't have like a big Christmas party or anything like that. So I think with it being placed the first weekend in November at the Melbourne Racing Carnival as well, which is a huge big thing here in Australia. Everything stops for the Melbourne Cup. Oh, Melbourne's on holiday. My husband, sorry, he's up there going, Melbourne's on holiday. Everything stops in Australia for the Melbourne Cup. It's a really big thing. So to have it to coincide with that, and just before Christmas, I think is really quite exciting, like time of year, and it lets everybody get a chance to have that big party just before the end of the year with all their nail peers and some very exciting ladies and gentlemen that we have on board. So yeah.
Oh, that is so exciting. Again, thank you. Thank you for being able to share that here with us first. And, two of our admins, Sammy Carter and Jessica Nugent, is from Australia. And so hopefully, I don't know if they're up yet, but hopefully they're being able to see this and go, oh, maybe we could be a part of that too. So, and I hope that a lot of you that are watching that are even, over here in the US like I am, make this a vacation. Go and play. And it's a complete tax write-off when you're going over to do a nail competition.
It sure is, Amy. It sure is a complete write-off. The other thing that we're doing is for the girls and boys who can't get here, we have a very special competition for them. Photographic.
Yeah.
and that will be online as well.
Okay.
And it will have a nice price tag too. So again, I don't want to let too many secrets out the bag. So they'll have to go and have a little look at the website when everything's there. But yeah, that's got a nice little prize attached to that as well for people that can't quite make it to come and compete.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So you're making this to where people that cannot come to the show, like myself, because in November I'm actually going to be on a cruise and I won't be able to make it. And so I can do it the next year, though. I would love to be able to come over and even help you behind the scenes. And maybe we can take Tech Talk Live there and walk around the show and all that.
That would be awesome.
And you know, Tracey, with that being said, you know, when it gets closer to November and when the show gets ready to go and you know your lineup and stuff, let me work with you on that and we can advertise it in our group and we can do some lives and kind of get some more hype up for that as well. We well know that Tech Talk Live is about education. That's what we push, you know, in our group and all of that. But it's also getting connected with the people in the industry and learning a little bit more from them, which ties into education. We also know there's a little bit of marketing that goes on with that. And so anyways, that's exactly our platform is what you're doing. And I'm excited for you and I'm excited for the opportunity. So if there's any way that we can help out here, be more than happy to help you out.
Oh, that's awesome, Amy. Certainly education, as you know, I keep saying, is the key and you can never have enough. And the minute you say that you have, that's the day to hang your brush up. But this is what this whole exhibition's about as well. It's being able to offer all that education in one spot. And you'll be able to either book single classes or single seminars, or I do believe there's a thing called a gold ticket. And you can purchase your gold ticket and then you can pre-book however many classes you want all through the 2 days, in and out as you like.
Oh,
so, and it's the gold ticket would probably work out very, very good value for money if you think you can have a class with this person or a class with that person or a class with the next person. I like crazy classes. I'm just watching the comments again. I like crazy classes. Well, yeah, we have got a lot of classes and something to suit everybody. So not all like really difficult classes. There's some social media classes, there's some art classes. There's something there to suit everybody.
That's great.
And I hope that they really like the people that we've got on board in the first year. And I'm sure it'll only grow from there, and you know, other people will want to join next year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, golden ticket. Yeah, exactly. Willy Wonka's golden ticket.
But yeah, once again, that's exciting because anytime we get to get like a golden ticket, we know that that is the top, you know, like prize for us. And so to be able, you know, you don't have your, I don't know if you have your lineup or you just can't tell us all the details yet, but just
the lineup's there on the website.
Oh, it is? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
To go play.
Not the judges for the competition yet. Yeah, although one of the judges is there, or two of them, I think. But it's more the classes or the tutors that are going to be holding classes. Yeah. They're up there just now. So yeah.
Oh, that's exciting. So I'll be sure to put the comment in the links, the comments here. I'll put the link into Tracey's website that she's talking about so you guys get that sneak peek. Remember that it is still under construction. And so, but I was on there and there's a lot of information on there and it's very nice. So yeah, good job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I just think, it's getting the news out there to all the techs about the event, and hopefully they'll all come and support it.
So is there a behind the scenes story about this comment? But don't forget to put a bar on the show floor for me and Nikki Bull will die.
There is a backstory to that. I've just seen it popping up there. Yes. Now, there's a group of lovely ladies, and I hope all my American friends and lovely techs out there will like this. There's a group of lovely ladies, 5 of them, who have asked me to come along and join them. It'd be a 6th person. And we are off to Premier Orlando. So these ladies are all Kiwis, all from New Zealand, plus myself, and we are heading off to Premier Orlando.
Oh my
so
God.
we're all a bit excited about that. Now, I've never been before, Amy, but Nikki Bull tells me, she's well informed, that there's a bar there. So
then everything is great, no matter where you are. You could be at any bar and you can make it like you're in any country. It depends on how much you drink.
So that's the backstory to that comment. Is that they've informed me that there's a bar there. So yeah, I don't know what the layout's going to be yet in Melbourne, but yeah, we'll try and accommodate as many things as possible without going down.
Oh, it sounds like you have so many fun things coming up. Okay, so tell me your schedule for the rest of the year, because we know that you're just going to be busy putting on this new expo anyways, but then, you know, going over to Premiere is going to be an added thing. So what else do you have going on your plate?
At the moment, I am busy helping a friend to open a salon here in Sydney. Again, not like anything we've seen before. Very, very different. So I'm in the process of helping her do that and get all her staff organised and things. And off to Premier Orlando. And then I need to get my head into the space for this event, because with it being the first time it's running, I need to have a clear plate and a clear head to give it 1,000,000% concentration. So I haven't taken too much on this year just for that reason, so that I can concentrate totally on this project.
That's a big project, and so I understand where you're coming from with that. I'm so excited for you. That's a huge opportunity again. You know, in the beginning we were talking about the one door opens and another one closes, or vice versa. And so with that being said, you know, when that door opens, your door, that was a pretty big door with a lot of goodies on the other side. And so I'm excited for you to be able to build upon that and kind of make it your own. And oh my gosh, over $10,000 of a prize for the top competitor. And to be able to travel internationally to come over to Vegas and do another show, that's a really good prize.
Yeah, well, you know, the way the prizes are built, Amy, you can win your division, which will be a monetary, so like your novice, your open, your masters, or then you can win like a technical division. So that'll be things like your tip and overlay, your sculpts, you know, that type of thing. And then you'll have your art categories, which will be like your fantasy. So you'll be able to win that division as well. And these are all going to be monetary value. So yeah, you're a top competitor that can win the major prize. There's nothing to say that they can't win the prize pot there. So in a total, $10,000 is a lot, you know, and yeah, so hopefully everybody gets a chance to share in that. And yeah.
Well, I will join up and join in on your online competition. And then hopefully by next year, I can be able to put you on my plate and be able to come over and see you. I would
love to have you here, Amy, to come and do TikTok Live. That would be just awesome.
Yeah, or even compete. I haven't competed in years. I always say that I'm not a competitor, but there's a part of me that is. But I get too much anxiety when it comes to that. And I can do the nails every day and I don't get the anxiety, but when it comes to that, that's a different type of anxiety. And I don't know, I'm not good with that. But one of the comments I wanted to share on here that was really funny, but it's a big one. So I know that when I put it up on the screen, it always covers up our faces. Was this one here, and it just kind of made me like giggle out loud. But could you imagine how big the box would be for all these people that want to mail themselves over there? And I thought, I'm fitting in that box. And I did a live a few weeks ago when I found out it was like $14.95 to ship internationally in this small box. And I was like, and it made it here in like 4 days. I'm like, I could probably origami myself in a box and I could eat and not drink anything for 4 days. I'm in. I'll see you in 4 days. UPS.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah.
Oh, there's take me with you, Amy.
Again, if there was a way that I could do this and take all of us over there, that I would. So, but maybe we'll have to start a GoFundMe account to say, send all of us nail techs over to Australia.
But it's really good for all the Australasian nail techs as well, because I say Australasia rather than Australia because our closest neighbours are like Vietnam, Japan, Malaysia, and it's very close for all those guys as well. So yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, wonderful. It says US dollar is much stronger. You can find it's probably quite inexpensive a trip for all of us to go over there. And I haven't checked flights in a while, but I think that they're right. I think it's time for us girls to get together and check some flights and see if we can't, make something like this happen. I know we talk about it a lot, but we need to actually do it.
Well, there you go. There's the lovely girls from New Zealand. They've done a little thing, got themselves together, and I'm going along for the experience and everything with them. So yeah, looking forward to that, and it's nice. So if any of the American girls and boys are out there, see me anywhere around the show floor, please come up and say hi to me. I don't bite. I love chatting. And I'm excited to be able to see a lot of faces as well that I've only ever kind of spoken to on Facebook as well. So
that's wonderful. So now Sammy, the admin that I was telling you, she's one of the admin that's actually from Australia that's over there. And so I'm excited because Sammy, you're close. You have to go to this show and go and compete and represent all of us in the group. It's my challenge to you.
I'm not sure where Sammy is, but I think Jessica, she's in Queensland.
Is she?
Yeah.
So is that close or is that far away?
Well, I'm probably an hour's flight from Melbourne, so I reckon Queensland's maybe about an hour and a half flight from.
Achievable then.
Yeah. So as I'm saying though, I think if us girls here are managing to go to Orlando, I don't see any reason why, Amy, you can just organise a little group of girlies to come visit me. I think that would be really nice.
Oh, that's awesome. And so, yeah, they can go and represent, our Tech Talk Worldwide group, help you out, do some promoting. I absolutely love the connection that we have there. Tracey, I can't thank you enough again for our breaking nail news. Like my husband, I'm going to laugh every time we say breaking nail news because he was like, really? Like somebody really broke their nail so bad it made the news.
That is just the funniest. I laughed so hard when you put it up last night. I was like, that is so funny.
Oh, I love it. All right. So I think if I look on here, Sammy's in Melbourne. Is that kind of by you?
Oh, that's where it's going to be. It's going to be in Melbourne.
Oh, she's going to be right there. Oh, that's
the convention centre. As I said, they've done all the revamping on it.
Not Melbourne.
Oh, they're doing. Sorry, that's my son correcting me. So in Melbourne, that's the convention centre is actually being revamped. They did it in Sydney a few years ago. They totally revamped the Sydney convention centre. So now they're doing it to the Melbourne one. She's right there.
Oh, that's exciting. So I'll find out for sure where they are and we'll keep in touch with you and be able to try to come up with something on that. I love that people have already gotten on Google and they've looked it up, and round trip tickets from Pennsylvania to Melbourne, Australia are $494. Yeah. Isn't that
That
cool?
is just awesome.
So now they need to look up what it is from like Billings, Montana, which is close to me, to Australia, which I will be checking it out. You don't have to do that for me.
Well, the airport they need to go to is Melbourne Tullamarine.
Okay. Yeah. So that's good news to have. And that will probably be on the website and all of that as well, correct?
Yeah, we'll get all that content up there. We're just working on the content at the minute. Yeah, the team, I can't thank Gary and the team enough. They're just absolutely amazing. You know, and I'm wishing them every success with this venture that they've got, because as I said, it's nothing like this has been done before. So yeah, it's just really, really exciting for them. It's an exciting time for them, and to be able to put that kind of prize pool up for nail technicians. I don't know about you, Amy, but I've never seen anything quite like it.
No, not at all. I mean, there's been some great prizes and some wonderful trophies and stuff that come with it. And but yeah, that one's a pretty nice prize. It's definitely one of those things that makes you think, okay, I'm gonna go do this. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I wasn't helping organise it all, I think I would even yeah.
It's
be
kind of a little
tempted,
exciting, right?
be tempted to go and do it. But again, it comes back as well to like a conversation we had the other week there about competitions, and new people want to step into that arena, and they sometimes look at these big names and think, oh my stars, I'm going to be competing against them. Well, actually, no, you're not. If you've never competed before, you're going to be a Division 1 novice competitor, which means that you will be with ladies and gentlemen that have never taken the competition floor before either. So you're all going to be on the same footing.
Yes.
You know, so don't think that you're not capable of doing it. You never know until you try.
Right, right. That's so true. I used to compete, and then it made it to where, so wait a minute. So if you have not competed in over 10 years, then are you considered back at to not ever like being on the pro level?
Yeah, I'm afraid not. Afraid not. Doesn't work that way.
There should be a new competition out there for all of us, that dinosaurs, as you called it, that get back into the arena. There should be another category for us.
Oh my stars.
All right, so I'm going to post right now in the comments the link to your website, if this will work. And let me get it on there. Poof. There it is for you guys to see. So you guys, we are the first ones. This is our sneak peek to the website. It's a Nail and Salon Expo that Tracey just shared with us. And so we get to see it first. That is exciting. Yeah.
Well, do you know what? I love listening to TikTok Live. I love watching all the comments and all the support and everything that the page does. So I thought it would only be a good thing for you guys to get the good news first and then be able to share that with everybody.
Thank you so much. We appreciate this so much.
Oh,
and
listen, I appreciate the fact that you've asked me to come back and share my news with you. Well, not mine, everybody's news now. So yeah, I've just been so privileged to be even allowed to share that information with you, Amy. And as I said, Gary and his team at Expertise Events. I actually went to an event that they held here in Sydney last month just to get a feel for how they do things. And yeah, it is a bit different from what we're used to, but in a nice different way. And I really enjoyed that event. I know that it's not something that I would particularly have been interested in, but I really enjoyed it and enjoyed the way things were run. So yeah, it's all about supporting the industry as a whole, from exhibitors and brands all the way to the nail technicians and the visitors, to give them a different experience and something that they've not kind of had in the past. So yeah,
Yeah, so true.
see how it
And
goes.
and more, like when I was talking, even with Greg and them from Young Nils and stuff, more and more, a lot of people are not going to the shows because it's kind of the same old, same old. They do need revamped, and they need the education kind of revamped to like the golden ticket, like what you're talking about, where they can come in and out and go to all the classes. Because not only do they pay for the traveling, which I just saw that somebody said it would cost me like $1,700 to go, and then on top of that, Billings is still 3 hours away. I have to pay for my vehicle to be at the airport for those, those days that I would be gone. I'd have to pay for my motel, my food, pay to get into the show, and then pay to go see all of these classes and make it really worth it. And so sometimes we're not able to do it. We want to. It's on our bucket list to go, especially if it's in another country. But sometimes we're not able to go. And so you really have to turn that into that bucket list into a priority, and you have to save for it. And this is one that's new, and so therefore it's going to be going on for a while, and it's been reinvented. And so that is what makes it new and different and fun, and these trade shows needed to do that. And the play date of the day before and all of that, Tracey, you're right on track of where it needs to be. I'm super excited for that.
Well, as I said, I just wanted to give back some more to the industry, and we sat back there and listened to feedback and what people were wanting. And I'm just glad that Gary has this vision that things can be turned around a little on its head and not done in the normal format. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about the whole thing.
Well, and so are a lot of our members. So I'm not sure how we're going to be able to do this. I do have a challenge that I've been trying to figure out where I wanted the money to go to of who wins this challenge. And it might end up being that the money goes to pay for somebody to go over there and compete. And so I'm thinking work together. So I'm still working on the challenge. I have actually messaged all my contacts at the magazines because I want to work with this bigger than even Tech Talk Worldwide, bigger than us. I want to make it an international Nail Tech challenge. And so, maybe that's what one of the prizes could go to, is something like that, to pay for them to go there. Then they can win that competition and pay for them to go to Vegas. And maybe they'll step up to win in Vegas and just make this a great thing. I think you're kind of setting some new standards for the industry to kind of raise up to. So that's pretty exciting.
I get it. I see all these nail techs that enter the competitions, and yeah, you're right, Amy. They've got their flights, their accommodation, their food, their model, not counting all the amount of money that goes into the products that they use to compete as well. Some of these competitors are very lucky that they're sponsored by a brand, but some are not, and they pay for this all themselves. And I just think, do you know what? Having this prize available to them is giving them something back, to say, I'm aware that you spend all that. I really am. So here is a prize money now for you to either use that to go on to do your next competition or whatever. So yeah, I see the bigger picture, and it is hard for a lot of these techs because their lives, some of them, that's what they do. They want to compete. And sometimes it's just, they need that little bit more back, for want of a better word. So we're trying hard this week to now say, yeah, we've listened to everything everybody said, so here we go, we're giving back. So yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely exciting. And on the screen, oh my goodness, all the hearts that are flying. So you're touching a lot of people. Yeah, we just got to make it happen. And somebody said on there, we will do it, or we will try it. And that's exactly what it is. We'll figure it out. And that's exactly what we have to do. And no matter what it is in our career, remember, it's a tax write-off. That if you take any of my workshops, I'm always talking about use this as your tax write-off. And this is the perfect tax write-off. You get to travel internationally and be like, oh, I'm sorry, that's all a write-off. And, get a portion back. Yeah, exciting. Very exciting.
Don't you just love to do that tax write-off when you go away to do a trip that's to do with your business?
Yes. And of course, every time I take a trip, I make sure that I'm either teaching a class or something wherever I'm going, because it's amazing how much you can get back on your taxes when you write off the mileage and the time, and you get vouchers for your food and all of that. So, oh yeah, absolutely. Big time.
Yeah. So
All
I'm a bit excited now. I need to, I think, go and have a nice cup of tea to calm myself right back down again, because I was so nervous about sharing my news. I think just because I've kept it to myself for so long, Amy, it's like, yeah, it's
yes.
out there now. So I can relax.
That's great. And our group is still growing. We might still be little, but we have over 5,000, well, almost 5,000 members on our group. And so, we text, we like to talk. And so one of them, I know tomorrow when I'm working on a client, I'll be like, you wouldn't believe this opportunity that's kind of coming up. Wouldn't that be so much fun? Because I gab about this stuff all the time. So I'm like you, I'm a talker. And so, it's fun to share that. And so the more and more that your advertising gets out there and the more that your website gets seen, you know that this is going to be talked about, especially that whole grand prize. That's definitely one of those eye openers to kind of go, wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, as I said, I think I would maybe be convinced just with that alone to have a nice trip or somebody else. I'm checking out flights. Yeah, I think that would be yeah, a nice thing, just a nice trip to Las Vegas, Nevada. It's been a while since I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the last time I was there was 2009 or 2010. I think 2009 sounds about right. Was the last time I was there, and yeah,
I
I
went
could.
there, I think it's been about 7, 8 years ago. I went to NASCAR. I had never done that. And my, at the time, so I'm not a biker chick, but we totally took our Harleys over there and went to NASCAR. And let me tell you, it was one of the funnest trips to Vegas that I've ever had. I would do that again in a heartbeat. Some little fun fact that nobody knew about me.
Would you know that that's probably a good fact that Vegas is probably on a lot of people's bucket lists.
Yes, exactly. For many reasons, whether it's NASCAR or shows. Some people go there just to get married because they have all these unique, Elvis chapels to get married in and all of that, let alone the shows and all the free stuff that Vegas has to offer as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that I was just watching the comments again. But yeah, I think like it's on a lot of people's bucket list. So, a lot of people would be like, yeah, it would be just worth trying to have that experience, So yeah.
Yeah. Well, some people are leaving us. It's late night. I'm not sure where they are from. Oh, that was Miss China. And then Kip says that she's a biker babe. I haven't been on a bike for a while, but there's a part of us that always is if you've done it. Let's see. How about the techs that cannot travel? What ideas and events that you can recommend to come up with for them to enjoy as well? And so that is. China mentioned that just now. And so Tracey actually mentioned that you're going to offer an online portion of this expo. And so those of us that cannot travel, we still get to play and get to be a part of the competition side. That
Yeah,
is
be a
cool.
part of the excitement as well. So yeah, and that'll be a good build up to that too. So for the techs that are not traveling, we have specifically popped that up there, and there is a good prize for that as well.
Oh, that's exciting. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Very awesome. It says only 3 p.m. So I'll pop a bottle open and celebrate. I might PM you my sweet dance moves in about 4 hours. Who is that? Katrina? Message me.
Like Katrina is one of the lovely ladies from New Zealand who is traveling to Orlando. So yeah, she's such a lovely lady. Mm-hmm.
Well, it sounds like you guys are going to have a whole lot of fun when you go to Orlando, and then again at your show, you're just going to bring over that excitement back over there as well. That's That's so much fun. And you know what, isn't it fun too that when you travel with other techs, because we're all like-minded, so we have the same kind of goals when we go to these shows. We want to get as much information. We want all the free samples we can get. We want to see nail stars and have some selfies, but we really want to have fun, while we're doing it. And so it's fun to travel with other nail techs to go to these shows and be inspired with each other. And then after that vacation, when you've gone with them, you get to call each other up. Remember when we did this? And that constant feedback, and you get to relive that moment. And so I encourage you guys to create a play date, get online. Somebody said earlier, I think there's something going on in May, and they were like, who is going to be at this show in May? I'm going to be there. I would like to meet up. That's fun. That's the excitement part of this as well, of getting to hang out, let alone do all the competition. So that's exciting, Tracey, that you're going to be, hanging out with your girlfriends too and going to nail shows. It's fun.
Yeah, it's something a little bit different. Not done that in a long time. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And if I'm really lucky, Amy, I get to see my favourite.
Oh, that's right.
If I'm really lucky.
Yeah.
If I'm really lucky.
I think you're lucky.
Although I don't know.
Oh my gosh, boy. Did we freeze? Are you
Did we freeze? No, yeah. My twins don't even know yet that I'm going off to Orlando. And that is their most favourite place in the whole world. So I'm going to be a bad mom for not taking them.
You're going to come back re-energized and needing a good vacation. And sometimes we have to do that away from our families. And when you come back, they're going to think you're the greatest mom. You can bring them, you can take them prizes.
I was going to say, yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll be all right once I've done a bit of shopping for them. I brought them back some nice things. You know what boys are like, so
yeah,
I think it'll be all right with the goodies. But yeah, having to go there without them is probably quite hard because I know how much they like it. So being other places around the world and they've not bothered, it doesn't matter. But I think this will be a huge big deal with them, and I'll be lucky if they talk to me for the next few months.
Just once again, Disney World is definitely on a lot of people's bucket list as well. So yeah, so fun.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, fun place. I'm really excited. I can't wait. And I'm looking forward to eventually meeting a few people that I have chatted to a lot and haven't actually had the chance to meet.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. So as the days get closer, so we'll add your event to our list of events that are going to happen this year, so that in our list section of our group, actually, Sammy Carter, that we've talked quite a bit about on this live today, she is kind of our behind the scenes guru for that. And she keeps a list of all the different shows that are coming up, our promo codes that we get and all of that. So we'll have a list put up again, and we'll add this one to that list and be able to network a little bit bigger so that everybody can see what's going on around the world and be able to attend more shows, because sometimes we don't hear about them. If you don't get Nails Magazine and look what, just the people that submit to them, or if you don't get onto their websites, it's kind of hard. There's not like one master calendar, and that's what we were trying to create this year for all of this. So we'll get you added onto the calendar.
That would be awesome. Thanks very much, Amy. I really appreciate you letting me share my news with you.
Yeah, thank you again. Yeah.
Get it out there.
Well, guys, thanks for joining in on our breaking nail news. And once again, isn't this just so fun to kind of be first sight into what's going on? And Tracey, what you guys are doing over there, what you are doing over there with your team it's innovative and it's fresh, and I really like that. And so thanks for choosing to come on Tech Talk Live and be able to share that with us first. And I put the link already in the comments for you guys to look at the website and take a look at that. People are already looking at flights and probably making GoFundMe accounts to say, I need to go.
If anybody needs any help at all, Amy, and I know Layla Malloy said this, Monroy said this the other day there, and I was so laughing because it was like she'd listened to everything I had said to her in the past. If you need any help at all whatsoever, no matter how small or how trivial you think that is, please message me. I will answer you back. I will help you. Yeah, and read the rules 100 times over. Print them off. Keep them beside you. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Because Layla and I went live just a couple days ago, and that was one of the things we talked about with competitions is that, there's very detailed rules, and you have to pay attention to those rules before you go and compete. And even on the Tech Talk Live that you and I did a couple weeks ago, we were talking a lot about competitions and different things like that. And so, yes, and actually, I gave your name to I think it was Deb, messaged me and wanted to know if I would help mentor her for a competition for gel polish, because that's obviously one of my strengths is gel polish. And I told her that I wouldn't even know where to begin. I could teach her gel polish for the salon, but I did not know what the rules were or what they wanted and what they looked for, the judge's sheet of the gel polish. Of course, I would love to help her with that, but I really thought that she needed to reach out to you because you have offered for people to ask you, questions. And I said, I really think Tracey's going to be your better fit. I would love to help you, and I will in any way I can, but I think I would need to know all that stuff as well. And I said, and Tracey knows that a lot better than I am because that's her life. That's what she does. And so hopefully she did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Networking, the fun part of it. Yeah.
Well, you need to really know your rules, Amy. That's the one thing. And no matter if you know them, I still read them. I still walk about with them in my hand. If somebody asks me a question, although I know the answer, I'll say, just let me double check that. Mm-hmm. And I'll double check it so that I know that I'm reading it from the rules as I'm telling them, just to make sure that everything's as it should be.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. Well, Tracey, thank you for coming on and sharing that. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. I look forward to, as this gets a little bit closer, we could do another Tech Talk Live and come up with more details and, and all of that. And then, like me, I'm going to continue to look at your website every now and then and see what's coming up.
Well, awesome. Thanks so much, Amy, for having me. And again, thank you so much for sharing this and helping me get it out there.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Thank you guys for joining us on Tech Talk Live. Tomorrow, I am going live back to back. I have Isabella Gizmo Cat, and then I have Kirsty Meakin. And so come join me pretty much live most of the day tomorrow as well. So I better go get some rest. Anyways, thank you guys so much for making Tech Talk Worldwide your go-to place for education. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Thanks for listening, everybody.